Hello, welcome back subscribers to another brand new video. Today I'm going to be talking about why you should sell all your stocks now. Alright, so before we get started, I want to welcome all of you who are new to the channel. If you're new here, I would like to introduce you to the channel. We make finance, stock market related videos, entrepreneurship, finance, anything along those subjects. I highly encourage you to subscribe. We're almost to 100 subscribers. That will be a huge milestone for me. So please make sure to subscribe and like this video and show your support. Comment down below if you have any questions. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this video. But first of all, I'm gonna show you the S&P 500 index. I'm gonna show you the week, month, 6 months, year, 5-year, and max charts of the S&P 500. And in case you don't know, the S&P 500 is a collection of 500 large cap companies. So there's about 500 companies in that index fund. So it's a good representative of the overall stock market. So if this is doing good, usually all stocks are doing good. If it's doing bad, all stocks are doing bad. And I don't know if you guys know, but we've recently reached the highest we've ever done it in the history of the S&P 500. So we're basically near the top. We're not in a moment where all stocks are very low. And as you can see here on the 5-year chart, and then we're gonna look at the max chart. And also when we have a recession, which I'm gonna talk about this in depth, but basically every time we have a recession, you literally see the downturns in the market through the S&P 500 index. Like in 2007 we had one where it almost went in half. So it was it dropped by 50% basically during the recession. We also had one in 2000, 2001, and whenever that happens, it's a good buying opportunity, and it's kind of what I'm gonna get into in this video. But yeah, this is the S&P 500. Next, I'm gonna show you the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones is only 30 stocks, but they're one of the biggest stocks, and they're usually a good representative of the overall market. And it's almost similar to the S&P 500. If you look at their charts, they're gonna be almost identical. But just as well as with the S&P 500, you're able to see whenever we have recessions through the index. And the point I'm making by looking at these two huge indexes that represent the overall market is that we're basically at the top. We're not at a low right now. We're not at a good buying opportunity. Basically everything is oversold, overpriced. So almost every single stock that you can look at, it's almost at its highest price. And whenever it comes down to investing, you want to buy stocks at a cheap price, not when they're expensive. And there's also something going on right now that I'm sure many of you guys have heard of, the Chinese trade war that's going on with the United States and China at the moment. This is what's causing right now. It's been a month, 2 months, 3 months that the market has been overall trending down, which could be a sign of a recession. It's basically overdue because we have one every 5 to 7 years, and we've literally gone almost 7 years without any sort of significant recession or downturn on the market. So it's basically overdue, and it's due to happen anytime soon. And it's gonna do it slowly. It's not gonna be an all of a sudden thing. So you need to watch out. And this is the Chinese trade war, the definition, as you can see there. And basically what's going on is Donald Trump is he's kind of starting to negotiate with China on they think that they're basically importing a lot of goods for cheaper prices than they should. They're not paying as much in taxes to us as they should, and Donald Trump thinks that's unfair. So he's basically saying we won't let you import here unless you agree to our tariffs. And so I'm gonna describe to you basically what's going on. So since January 22, 2018, China and the United States have been engaged in a trade war involving the mutual placement of tariffs. In the 2016 presidential campaign, Donald Trump pledged to fix China's longtime abuse of the broken international system and unfair practices. And I'm going to explain to you what happened in the 2001 recession that you saw on the S&P 500 index. So what happened, it lasted 8 months from March to November. It was caused by a boom and subsequent bust in the dot-com businesses. The boom was partially created by the 2000 scare that companies bought billions of dollars worth of new software because they were afraid the old systems weren't designed to transition from the 1900s to the 2000s. But many dot-com businesses were significantly overvalued and failed. And whenever this happens, it affects the overall market. And also the 9/11 attack worsened this recession. The economy contracted into 2 quarters. Unemployment continued rising until it peaked at 6.3% in June 2003. And then the biggest recession that was in the 2000s was the 2008 to 2009. This was the Great Recession, which I'm sure you guys have heard of. It was the worst financial crisis in the U.S. since the 1929 Depression. It also was the longest lasting. It lasted from December 2007 to June 2009. Also, what caused this was the mortgage crisis. This created a bank credit crisis in 2007. By 2008, the credit crisis had spread to the general economy through the widespread use of derivatives, and this caused the economy to go south for a while until it eventually recovered. So what it comes down to is you have 2 options. You can either keep all of your stocks and hold them until this future recession happens, and afterwards, and I'd say in 10 years, your portfolio will be up. Or what I'm suggesting is you sell right now that the market's at its highest, and then wait until the recession happens. And that way all prices will be very, very low, and you'll easily make a huge return just by investing in the right time. There's basically no significant value investing in stocks at the moment. The biggest value would be in holding and accumulating cash, waiting for better value in the markets. So you don't really lose anything by waiting out and then investing whenever it's time to invest. It's not a good idea to start investing right now. If anything, I would recommend you selling your stocks because you'd be able to get the same stocks much cheaper later on, and you don't want to take that loss. Even if you have to lose money right now, your gain will be so much greater from your return if you just simply invest when the stocks are very low, and you'll be able to make a significant return, much higher than you would by holding until everything else happens. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. I'm certainly doing this right now. I know there might be the market might continue to go up, but I know that it's very overdue that we'll have a recession. So I'm just being smart about it, selling as much as I can, and I'm still investing, but I'm not investing as much as before. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we're almost at 100 subscribers. This is a huge milestone for me. Please help out in helping me achieve this. Let me know if you have any questions down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I wish you all a great day. Good luck investing.